Abusiafo yenyenim Ṣham correspondence BR NPP4 champion against John Dramani Mahama edifa the Airbus scandal no ho achese enya asenketo Aboapabo sware yenja no nko Mahama fiemfa petition command say ono amfa no nko ne arresting because wedi omani hu ewu wedi dream organa nene as speak no OSP Aboapabo abekle John Dramani Mahama hi Alpha OneTV pomodi aso be subscribe so nya se ne be niam odo koso ne twegu no ba komponye de empire to wi ano aso Ṣham onya so ye de instack bi so be de enfeni nchemni enka de won chema and then we OSP organizes some press conference Kesi pa just one magana haye shishia enya senketwa all because of some a year corrupt scandal biana achiri John Dramani Mahama of bia obo Airbus bia o she even kogwa na John Dramani Mahama 89 arbetor Aboapabo no ni eneso usu bempa achiso no so si jano oni abronye yenja omo at the Airbus scandal omo kasa without no fact OSP akwa investigation aba ene no the report neba report or the by HSA evidence bien was Mahama did dream evidence bien was Mahama abo omino with we used this Airbus and a corrupt Ghana Fusika Kwakudi investigation was saying stabbing and Mexico come home then could see in brand or this in commodity Emma Ghana for NPP.
The alleged bribery offenses of Airbus in respect of Ghana was investigated by the SFO in the United Kingdom, while the DOJ in America investigated violations by Airbus of parts of the US ITAR in the context of the alleged bribery offenses in relation to Ghana. Therefore, as I said, the judicial decisions of the United Kingdom and the United States affected Ghana. Consequently, investigations carried out by the SFO and DOJ and the decisions of the two courts bear on the investigation by the OSP and thus require recourse and in some detail. Bear with me. This is important. First, the United Kingdom. It is well known that on 31 January 2020, the President of the Queen's Bench Division, the Right Honourable Dame Victoria Sharp, sitting in the Crown Court at Southwark, delivered a final declaration and order in respect of a deferred prosecution agreement (DPA) between the SFO and Airbus in the case of Director of the Serious Fraud Office against Airbus. This was based on investigation conducted by the SFO in respect of Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Taiwan, and Ghana, which was held to demonstrate that in order to increase sales, persons who performed services for and on behalf of Airbus offered, promised, or gave financial advantages to others intending to obtain or retain business, or an advantage in the conduct of business for Airbus, and that those financial advantages were intended to reward such improper performance, and further that Airbus did not prevent or have in place at the material times adequate procedures designed to prevent those persons associated with Airbus from carrying out such conduct. In respect of Ghana, Airbus was charged with the offense of failure of a commercial organization to prevent bribery, contrary to Section 7 of the Bribery Act 2010 of the UK. The particulars of offense stated that between 1 July 2011 and 1 June 2015, Airbus failed to prevent persons associated with Airbus from bribing others concerned with the purchase of military transport aircraft by the government of Ghana, where the said bribery was intended to obtain or retain business or advantage in the conduct of business for Airbus. The accompanying statement of facts summarized by the SFO's position is that between 2009 and 2015, an Airbus defense company engaged intermediary 5, who was stated as having no experience in the aviation sector, a national of the UK but born in Ghana, and a close relative of a high-ranking elected Ghanaian government official described as Government Official 1, as its business partner in respect of the proposed sale of 3 aircraft to the government of Ghana. A number of Airbus employees knew that intermediary 5, who was a close relative of Government Official 1, a key decision maker in respect of the sales. A number of Airbus employees made or promised success-based commission payments of approximately 5 million euros to Intermediary 5. False documentation were then created by or with the agreement of Airbus employees in order to support and disguise these payments. The payments were intended to induce or reward improper favor by government official 1 toward Airbus. Intermediary 5 was assisted in his work for Airbus by 2 other nationals of the UK, Intermediary 6, a good friend of Intermediary 5, and a UK television actor and film director, and Intermediary 7, a former UK television actor. Contact between Airbus and the government of Ghana about aircraft sales began in June 2009 following an expression of interest by the government of Ghana. By August 2009, employee 15 reported that he was in contact with government official 1 and his team. On 7 December 2009, intermediaries 5 and 6 incorporated a company, Company D, in Ghana for this purpose. A company of the same name was incorporated in the UK in February 2010. Company D was a corporate vehicle through which Intermediary 5 and his associates provided services to Airbus. In December 2010, Airbus employee 16 was made aware that intermediaries 5 and 6 were or had recently been working for government official 1 and or the government of Ghana. The Airbus campaigns in Ghana culminated in the sale of 3 C-295 military transport aircraft by Airbus to the government of Ghana. The OSP has no evidentiary basis upon which to conclude that Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemas, and Leanne Sarah Davis acted as conduits of bribery between the employees of Airbus and former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official. Also, the OSP found no evidentiary basis that suggests that Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemas, and Leanne Sarah Davis received payments from Airbus with the intention of bribing former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official. Further, the OSP found no evidentiary basis that suggests that former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official was paid bribes by Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemas, and Leanne Sarah Davis in respect of the purchase by the government of Ghana of military transport aircraft from Airbus. Then again, the OSP found no evidentiary basis that suggests that former President John Dramani Mahama or any other public official was induced to improperly favor or did improperly favor Airbus in respect of the purchase by the government of Ghana or military transport aircraft from Airbus. In the case of Sarah Feno, she should not even have been a subject of the OSP investigation. Members of the media, the OSP has cited and notes that by 2 separate communications, both dated 22 April 2021, the SFO in the United Kingdom notified Samuel Adam Foster and Philip Sean Middlemas that a decision had been taken not to prosecute them for any offense in respect of the Airbus Ghana deal. It has not come to the notice of the OSP that the SFO in the UK has reconsidered its decision. We consider it ties with our conclusion. Further action. A special prosecutor has directed the closure of the OSP investigation into alleged bribery of high-ranking Ghanaian officials by Airbus SC through intermediaries in respect of the sale of military transport aircraft by Airbus SC to the Republic of Ghana between 2009 and 2015. The OSP would not institute criminal proceedings against any person in respect of this investigation. The special prosecutor has also directed authorized officers of the OSP to rescind the 13 May 2020 warrants of arrest obtained from the Circuit Court Accra for the arrest of Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Sean Middlemas, Leanne Sarah Davis, and Sarah Feno. Earlier today, I sent out correspondence notifying Interpol of the withdrawal of the red notices in respect of Samuel Adam Foster, also known as Samuel Adam Mahama, Philip Shawn Middlemas, Leanne Sarah Davis, and Sarah Fairno. In respect of the first campaign for the aircraft, Airbus paid 3.9 million euros to a third-party company, Intermediary 8, between March 2012 and February 2014. Intermediary 8 in turn paid 3.8 million euros to Company D. In respect of the second campaign for the sale of one C295, Intermediary 5, or Company D, were promised approximately 1.6 million euros. The promised amount was not paid. From 2009, Intermediary 5 and its associates worked on the sales to the government of Ghana without any written consultant agreement. This included liaison with government official 1 regarding the potential Airbus 295 sale. Intermediaries 5 and 6 submitted a report to Airbus which documented a January 2011 meeting in London attended by themselves, government official 1 and Airbus, at which the C295 aircraft was agreed upon as the most suitable aircraft for the needs of the government of Ghana. By April 2011, Airbus employee 16 reported to his colleagues that the deal was close to being finalized. He then asked intermediaries 5 and 6 to transmit a letter to government official 1 and explain a possible delay. He also asked them to secure meetings with the Ghanaian Ministry of Defense and Ministry of Finance. On 18 May 2011, intermediary 6 emailed Airbus employee 16 stating that government official 1 had taken the relevant financials to the Minister of Finance and that intermediaries 5 and 6 were planning to go to Ghana within the next couple of weeks so they could oversee the project personally. Company D then submitted a formal business partner application to Airbus in May 2011. On 8 July 2011, intermediary 6 sent Airbus employee 15 a company update. He reported that he had just returned from Ghana, quote, having had very productive meetings with all parties, including government official 1, the Ministry of Defense, and Minister of Finance, end quote. The email stated that the C295 sale was agreed at all levels and was expected to clear Parliament by 14 July 2011, and that government official 1 had expressed an interest in buying 2 more C295s. On 3 August 2011, Airbus Spanish Defense subsidiary and the government of Ghana signed a purchase agreement for the sale of the C-29 aircraft. The following day, Airbus employee 17 declared to the Spanish Export Credit Agency that no more than 3 million euros would be paid to business partners in connection with this contract. Although no payment had actually been made yet, this figure broadly reflected a 5% commission on the sale of the aircraft. The same document also declared compliance with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) Convention on combating bribery of foreign public officials in international business transactions. Following the May 2011 business partner application, Airbus commissioned an external due diligence report on Company D. A resulting report dated 30 September 2011 identified intermediary 5 as a shareholder of Company D and the possibility that he was a close relative of government official 1. The source of the information was a UK newspaper article quoting intermediary 6. The Airbus external due diligence report raised concerns that there was a risk of non-conformity with the OECD convention. Faced with this concern and a stated fear that a failure of the Company D application portended the prevention of Airbus from doing business in Ghana for a number of years, relevant Airbus employees agreed to and did substitute Company D with a Spanish company, Intermediary 8, which was a pre-existing Airbus business partner, by deliberately circumventing the proper compliance process by falsely representing that the work in respect of the first campaign had been done by Intermediary 8, which could then in turn make the money available to Intermediary 5 and others. On 9th March 2012, Airbus Employee 1 and Airbus Employee 22 approved the Intermediary 8 business partner application for the first campaign of the sale of the C295 military aircraft to Ghana. The consultant agreement between Intermediary 8 and Airbus was dated 20 March 2012 and with an effective date of 1 January 2010. Agreement provided for a percentage commission fee of the net total amount received by Airbus by virtue of any commercial contract with the government of Ghana for the C295 aircraft. As indicated earlier, between March 2012 and February 2014, Airbus paid 3.9 million euros to intermediary 8, which in turn paid 3.8 million euros to Company D and retained about 60,000 euros. By the time of the second campaign, the March 2012 intermediary 8 consultant agreement had expired. A request on 24 February 2014 by Airbus employee 21 and Airbus employee 15 for the extension of the expired agreement was refused on 9 March 2014 by Airbus employee 20, who advised that a new agreement.
Ebusian for press conference no why ye pa ye ntwaso na ye say ye we na kakra ye twa bremo baby ohia pa na ye twa bremo a chese nya senketo a chese wa clear John Dramani Mahama also ni evidence be the investigation wa anya na Ghana because Airbus scandal no between other country na just say wakoje some investigation ni nyina wo ho wakoye ni nyina ho na wakeka nyama nyina boom the investigation ketwa no ayene sa no because since ankofo we enter into Jubilee House no and no more this scandal na to Mahama so sa Airbus Mahama currently to kwan Ghana no bet na Airbus this year ya Aboapabo si injano Grandpa Manunko John Dramani Mahama fio adenya because of Airbus was also okojiga na fusi kama no my dear friend a corruption my dear friend corruption kaya de grandpa legally ababo ntaka zampa Mahama di for grandpa na kawye sakra kenya investigation is still in progress still now see in jano ko Mahama fee na ko petition no so on fa Ghana sika ya de emom tena sa de no NDC forecast so so akwa akwa clean e fie ho no clean so de enim say de sika aso Rick sani mana ne de clean ti o ba wa omo ye clean a chese sa asem ye de ebetoda na ne OSP investigation nyina ewi ama yankase ya sum osi bibie ni ho e friend Airbus scandal bibie ni ho kofu na hihye nyema John Dramani Mahama so attention image inti sense no mo kanyina no OSP se yemboni nyina ntungu na Mahama innocent yenim de ntia this time na sign information abade nanso so no yankofo ta akase because of a Japade document no o man before create some news be by the Japade document no yakofo by saying Akroma cramp no yon kwana founder of Ghana of independence and no bayana still na Japade document in den still na amount for that so kan wasem and we so aba so yenim senkofo we pekwan bi so amema Japade document case na ko from there you don't know wabekle no yes why had yes why is investigation na so no Japade document still remains still na ebeko so aka wasem ebeka momo ntie no yede omunyina atisa asem no we make clear document ni munsem because document ni munsem no nyame wo mu dosu yi pa kakra dia bobet ma comment under the comment section subscribe na share ma onyo so yede ntb you say Airbus scandal Mahama any more share 100%